Good morning, everyone. This is Tracy Newman from the Navigator's Tarot, where you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. You can also find me on YouTube as Sleepy Wisdom. And if you would like a personal reading from me, you can find me at my website, which is sleepywisdom.com. Just fix this camera just a bit. Sorry, guys. Anyway. So, we're going to look at the general energies for this week. Woken up, it's quite a lovely morning. I think it's going to be a lovely morning anyway here. So yeah, we'll have a look and see what the energies are going to bring for this week. I'm hearing unity in my head. An ending of an old world structure, the falling apart of an old world structure, the old Chronos time system. About unity, creation, community. I'm moving out. Oh, hang on. What have we got here? There's a certain, what's hidden is that we're moving into a greater sense of self and independence within the world that we live in. And we are going through an absolute ending of old cycles. The falling down of a old world cycle. And look at this, we have the World and the Ten of Swords. So that is definitely an ending that's coming and is almost here. It's been trying to communicate its death to us for quite some time. And for those of us who do not watch mainstream media, we are seeing it even more so. A lot of us follow different channels and different YouTubers, not YouTube because they're a little bit compromised some way. You can't really tell the truth on YouTube, you can't find a lot of the truth on YouTube anymore. The best places to go are Rumble, BitChute. If you'd like to find the truth, that's probably where you'll find it, and other search engines other than Google, because Google is also compromised. You can't find any truth on Google, much at all. So, but you know, to go through these endings, there is this dark night of the soul energy that a lot of us are beginning to go through. There seems to be quite a lot of anger that is starting to be expressed on the world stage, and also personally on other levels as well. And it is literally because we cannot see what is coming, and all we can feel and see is this crumbling old world structure. And of course that is going to have an effect on every single person on the planet at this time. But of course we are going through an awakening. And so falsities and any sort of deception from the old world structures, and including the elite cabal group that has been in control of our world for millennia, we're no longer willing to tolerate that sort of behaviour at all anymore. And so a lot of people are really beginning to feel the rise of the anger about what has actually occurred over the years that they have been living upon this earth plane, and just how they have been lied to. People are really beginning to awaken from the slumber. And of course, with that brings a lot of anger, sadness, and confusion. And that's what we're beginning to see on our outer world. Always, 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 at the moment, it is about going within and finding your own truth and what resonates as truth for you from within. We also have the Ace of Pentacles here. So it would appear that there is some sort of new reset that's coming in as far as finances go, which I keep picking that up every week. So, I mean, it is occurring. It's just that we don't all we're seeing is the crumbling of the old world. But those of us who do the research and actually find out different channels in that, we are beginning to see that there is a new beginning in the financial sector, and it has to do with this new quantum financial system that will eventually come in and bring a new way of how we view abundance on the earth plane. Yeah, so we are moving from the old Chronos time system into a completely different, more fluid time system. A lot of people talk about AI, and there are two types of AI. So there is an organic AI, which is what the quantum financial system will be based on. The other is part of the old system that keeps talking about a reset, but is not actually what it says it is, and is based on an artificial intelligence that hooks us into the mainframe, which is not what we want, and that is off planet, which is not what we want. So we have the tools, all the tools that we need, they lie within. If you want to know the truth about anything, go within. The days of actually relying on any outer source for the truth is now over. I'm not even asking you, I'm not asking you to trust me, I'm not asking you to trust anybody except the voice from within. Always listen to the voice within, and whether it will always be your guidance. It will always be your guiding counsel that will lead you to the truth and to what resonates as truth. And so if you actually come across somebody in your outer world, someone like me or anybody out there, anybody on YouTube or anybody on Rumble, always go within and ask, does this resonate as truth? And that is how you discern between good, evil, truth and lies, pretty much. The Wheel of Fortune, so we are starting to move into this new world structure. Once we begin to leave the old world, we will begin to move forward. There is, and we'll do it with great fortitude, courage and love, because that is the only, that's all that, because it's aligned with truth. Everything else is just fear and lies. If you're still watching mainstream media, then you won't actually understand anything that I'm talking to you about. The Nine of Pentacles, going through a massive stage at the moment of transformation on an inner level, on every level. We're becoming a lot more independent in the way that we think and feel, and that's beginning to come through. And we're moving into calmer waters, but we're also going to have to actually recognize that with the truth comes the Tower moment and the Three of Swords. So there are going to be some very shocked people and very sad people coming up in the future. And a lot of us are going to have to be there for these people as they really start to uncover the truth of what's actually been done to them and what they've actually had to endure over a millennia, and recognize that the lies that they've been told. We are going to be moving into a greater amount of abundance on every level. That's coming through. But yes, for some, there will be some very shocking times coming as the old world begins to crumble, the truth comes out, and it may lead to a great deal of trauma and sadness with the Tower and the Three of Wands, the Three of Swords, sorry. Yeah, so big times coming as we come to the world again. The world is about the ending of cycles. We're removing the old world structure, moving into a new world. But before that comes dying pains and the crumbling away of everything that is no longer held to be true for any of us. And that is going to bring about feelings of all sorts of feelings that you may not have actually dealt with before. And it may bring a lot of trauma for some, as I've said, and sadness for many. So they're the energies at the moment as we begin to move out of this old world structure into something much more more beautiful and abundant than we can ever know. But unfortunately, we have to go through the dying pains first, which are going to be a little bit ordinary. Change always is uncomfortable, but eventually it leads to something far greater than we could ever imagine. Okay, so that's all I have for this week. So yeah. So if you haven't already, just hit like and subscribe on the YouTube channel, and I shall see you next week. Okay, bye for now.